Ark-La-Miss News Update.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Haley Hines with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Farmerville police arrested a teen for reporting false information in connection to a shooting. 19-year-old Jordan Jones claimed he was shot near Anthony and Academy Street. He also claims to have heard gunshots and seeing a person in a black hoodie running. Officers later discovered a crime had been committed in South Arkansas where an individual reported to have been shot. The gunshot victim was not able to be located. The Farmerville Police Department was then able to trace Jones back to the Arkansas location. Jones was arrested for obstruction of justice by filing a false report. Switching gears to Arkansas news, former Governor Jim Guy Tucker has died after battling a lifelong illness. Madison Gaffner spoke with a few of former governors on Friday following the loss of former Governor Tucker, all sharing their deepest sorrows for the family, but reminiscing on their times together.
Jim Guy Tucker
had a full life.
Former Arkansas Governor Mike Beebe says once a governor, always a governor, spending his day in reflection of his time with Jim Guy Tucker after hearing the news of his passing. He was 81 years old.
Involved with so many political and government service activities from his time in Congress to when he was Attorney General and certainly when he was governor.
Before taking over as Arkansas's 43rd governor after Bill Clinton was elected president and successfully running again for governor in 1994. He was a graduate of Hall High School in Little Rock and then went on to Harvard University. He then enlisted as a Marine, was discharged due to health issues, and 3 months later he turned into a war correspondent in Vietnam, the experience leading him to even publish a book titled Arkansas Men at War.
Bob Higgins sat on the edge of a bunker south of the Boloy Woods.
Tucker then returned to Arkansas and went to law school at the University of Arkansas. Shortly after, he began his political journey as an elected prosecutor serving Perry and Pulaski County. Beebe says Tucker's legacy of many hats still lives on through those who knew him.
He was a guy who, once he was convinced of something, he was pretty hard to move, but he would move if the facts suggested he needed to.
Mike Beebe says one core memory he will hold on to was when Tucker was the governor and he was in the Senate.
I think it was the time when we all came to a realization that there had to be some give and take and input from local school patrons and school districts.
Beebe says all the former governors are like family, and that family hurts together. But they send healing for Jim Guy Tucker's wife, Betty.
We're all thinking of her, thoughtful of her, praying for her, and wishing her absolutely the best to get through this time period.
An unusual.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
The winds will be mostly calm this afternoon, and the candidates start to shift more out of the south as we go later on in tonight. We'll rise to the upper 40s and lower 50s for our daytime highs. Overnight through tomorrow morning, these clouds will gradually increase as a warm front begins to approach from the southwest. Patchy showers start popping up in northwest Louisiana and can start to spread more scattered and potentially becoming widespread Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. This is 8 o'clock for Tuesday. Notice a lot of widespread rainfall. Might pick up on 1.5 inches. Potential near 2 inches rainfall in some locations. Now, we're going to be watching the system closely as we head into Wednesday morning. Depending on what's left over and how fast temperatures can drop, might determine if there's some chance for some wintry precip or maybe even freezing rain, but mostly in southern Arkansas. Cannot rule it out potential if it's making it far south across the Arkansas-Louisiana border, but if it does, it will no doubt stay north of the I-20 corridor. At this point, models still indicating mostly just 1/100th of an inch of ice potential that could accumulate if there's anything measurable, and more than likely will be like on bridges and overpasses, so definitely be careful out on the roadways when you're heading out for Wednesday morning. But that's really the current impacts we could see through the system into Wednesday morning. So tonight we'll fall to the mid-30s, clouds gradually increase. For tomorrow, we expect widespread rain to develop as we hit the lower 50s for our highs, and then chance for freezing rain on Wednesday morning. As we finish out the rest of the week, temperatures stay on the cooler side with patchy showers possible on Saturday.
That's it for your midday update. I know we are all happy to see some sunshine outside. I know I am, so get out and enjoy the sunshine. You may have to bundle up while doing so. NBC News Daily continues.
When you see news happening, call the NBC 10 Fox 14 News Hotline, 812-1410.